If I ask you that you have to go from place A to place B, then how much time will it take? What is the first thing that you will do? I am sure most of you will open your phone and open maps and check the time it will take for you to go from place A to place B. But how does this app calculates the time? Ever wondered about that? Well, there are two things on which the time depends. Can you think of them? Yes, it's the speed and distance. Time and distance are two fundamental quantities which you know. Speed is known as distance covered per unit time, or in simple language, it's just how fast an object is moving. The unit of speed is meter per second or kilometer per hour. Now, how are these three things, that is the speed, distance and time, related to each other? Let's try to find this relation using this example. Suppose you and your friends are standing at this line and start running a 100-meter race. What is the most important thing you need for the win? Speed? Yes, you got it right. The faster you run, the sooner you will reach the winning line. So, what do we conclude from this? More the speed, lesser time you will take to cover the same distance. From this, we can conclude that if two bodies move for the same distance, their times of travel are inversely proportional to the speeds of travel. From this, we come to the very simple formula for speed, distance and time, which says speed is equal to distance upon time. Now, when we have to increase the speed of the car, then what do? Well, there's no speed button to push on, but you will say that we accelerate the car, isn't it? So what exactly is this acceleration and how is this related to speed? Acceleration means rate of change of velocity. Now what is velocity? I hope you remember that when we have speed along with direction, it is known as velocity. Now suppose there is a bicycle going in a straight line at a constant velocity of 10 km per hour and a car going 60 km per hour. Which of these scenarios is the example of acceleration? Actually, none, because they are running at a constant speed and in a straight line, and acceleration occurs when there is change in speed and or direction. So when a car picks up the speed from 0 to 80 in 15 seconds, now we have acceleration because speed is changing with time. I hope you have understood what is time, distance, speed and acceleration. The formula for speed is distance upon time. So what do you think? Are these only factors that are involved when we have to calculate speed? The situation that we just spoke about is an ideal condition. But we know things like traffic, slope or hilly area, type of road, type of path, that is if it is straight or curvy, etc. In these situations, we may take different time to cover the same distance as ideally. It is not possible to maintain constant speed in these situations. In order to understand that how these things impact on time and speed, let's jump to a simulation. Here, we can see 4 different types of tracks: straight road, road with traffic, curvy road and hilly road. Let's start with the straight road here. Now we can see 2 tabs. One says self-drive and the other says auto-drive. In self-drive, you can drive this car by yourself and make learning even more fun. But for now, let's do auto-drive. Now on the screen, we can see our car on the road and few tabs. At the top, you can see average speed, which is 50 meters per second, and ETA, which is nothing but the estimated time of arrival. Time. This tab will show you how much actual time you have taken to cover the distance and the acceleration. Below this, we can see the distance tab. The total distance that we need to cover is 3046 meters. Let's pause for a bit and see if the time, distance and speed mentioned here satisfy our formula. Let's try to calculate the time. Well, time is equal to distance upon speed. Here distance is 3046 and the speed is 50 meter per second. On dividing, the answer comes to 60.92 seconds, which is approximately 61 seconds. On the screen, now we can see two graphs. One is distance against time and one is speed against time. With the car, we also need to observe how these graphs behave. These graphs are updated at every 2 seconds. We can see that the acceleration is 0 in this case, as the car is going in a straight line with no change in the speed. That means the velocity is not changing, which means no acceleration, as we know that acceleration is the rate of change of velocity. Let's pause the simulation here and see if the relation between time, distance and speed is satisfied. Well, we can see here that the time we got is equal to the elapsed time that we can see here in the simulation. You can also try this by pausing it at any instant during the simulation and you will get the same conclusion. Now, let's focus on these graphs. We have two graphs. One shows distance on y-axis against time and one shows speed on the y-axis against time. Now, let's look at the graph of distance. We can see since the car speed is constant, the graph between distance and time will be a straight line and the slope of this line will show the speed. You can try by yourself and calculate the slope at any point and check if it's equal to the speed. Now let's have a look at the speed graph. It is looking a little different than the distance graph. Here, the car took some time to reach 50 meters per second and then it is constant. So the line is parallel to time axis as the speed is constant at 50 meters per second. Let's unpause the simulation now and see how the car reaches the finish line. Try the same with the simulation on traffic road, curvy and hilly road too, and see how much time, distance and speed are affected by each other. Well, that is it for today's session. I hope you have enjoyed this session. This session is based on an interactive 3D simulation called Scholar. Visit www.scholarlab.in to request a download of the software application to try this out for yourself. If you have enjoyed this video, hit the like button. If you have any queries, comment down. And yes, don't forget to hit the bell icon and never miss another update from Let's Do It. Till then, keep watching, keep learning and follow your curiosity. Thank you.